Hey, good morning. Happy Thursday. Thursday, April the 9th. Yeah, let's see. I think we're set up here. Got a nice little upward channel going this morning. There's a nice kind of double bottom here. Much earlier, we had 8:30 news. Where's 8:30? 8:30 news right there didn't seem to do much. I think there's another little bit of news at 10 a.m. this morning, but nothing significant. Let's take a quick peek over here. It's not really going anywhere. In fact, all of the action last night and this morning was inside of that final 1 hour candle from yesterday. And that was all, of course, after the strong push up we experienced with this Iran news. Let's see where this goes. Let's do the daily chart just for fun. So there's a gap. Oh, okay, so this is interesting. So we tested up into this. Stretch this out here. Okay, so this is a gap from the 12th. The daily chart, we gapped down, we came back up, we retested it. We've been pushing down ever since. Now yesterday, strong push, we wicked up into it. The gap above that was here, which was retested multiple times. We haven't been back to it since then. Since beginning of February. So, well, no, take that back. End of February. February 25th and 26th were the last 2 days up in this area. So we could get some rejection up here. Again, might be some slow moving through here. We'll see. So that's very interesting. The 15-minute chart is pretty bullish. At least for now. Same with 5-minute chart. So we're pushing it to new daily highs right now. And see where the open takes us. Trading our pro account today, so we'll take it easy. Hopefully we don't miss out on the big trade of the day like we did yesterday. Or was that the day before? This is interesting. We're headed right up to the top of this channel as we open here. For now, we're getting some resistance at that level. Top of the channel is holding. So I put this orange line up here. This represents the bottom of that gap on the daily chart that we pointed out. I want to watch that. Put another one up at the top of that gap. So this gap up here is where I'm anticipating we'll get some kind of resistance. This was the action in there yesterday. Spent a lot of time in there. We got above it a little bit, but couldn't really hold. And then fell below it, came back up, retested. Now we're down again. Keep an eye on that one. If we get up there. So very interesting. The top of this trend line held. And then dropped us, smacked it back down. Candles aren't huge. The last candle was a 43-point candle. So we do have price at an area of support, potentially. All the moving averages here. We also have the overnight open actually right there. Do have a rejection wick, trend line, etc., etc. Don't quite have stochastic confirmation yet, so we're at 2 out of 3 on our checklist right now for a long. VWAP is below us as well. Okay, there's VWAP. All right, so now we have the oversold stochastic. It's still a little early in the session here, so proceeding with caution. I would have loved, if we'd have seen a wick below the prior candle and then a pull up, I would maybe even consider taking it long, but that did not happen. Which gives us only 2 out of our 3, right? Stochastic's oversold, which is good. We're at a level of support, which is good, but we don't have a rejection candle yet, which is not good. Got a nice inside bar here. Also a little bit of a longer inside wick there. We are retesting that. Back up. A little bit of rejection, or a little bit of a bounce here. Only met 2 out of our 3 criteria, so let it pass, but no displacement yet this morning, no fair value gaps created. you remember yesterday, we came down to VWAP and we just sat on VWAP for literally hours, I think, yesterday morning. I ended up turning away because I just couldn't take it anymore. Probably a coincidence, but it's kind of interesting how we came below the trend line, back up, and then we wick tested it here, and it is currently still holding. It'd be nice to get out of the 15-minute range before noon. So hopefully we get some sense of direction here. Kind of getting the same thing that we got yesterday, just wicks on every wicks up and down. The trend line is still holding. This 15-minute candle is forming up with a very long bottom wick. Have 3 minutes left on the 15-minute opening range. 5-minute chart is just barcoding. This doesn't give us some kind of a direction here. I might change over to an evaluation account and see if I can't squeeze a couple bucks into an eval account. back up to the top of this channel again. So we get that line to go through there. All right, pushing through the high. Yet again. We are 14, 10, 9, 8 seconds away from having the 15-minute range fully formed. All right, well, I'm going to need some kind of a pullback here, so I'm going to go take a quick break. I'll be right back. So I had an inside bar on the 1 minute chart up here, and then the next candle took out the bottom and the top of that inside bar. I have inside outside. I'm hoping for some kind of a, it's got to pull back. It's got to pull back and give me a reason to get in. That's what I'm waiting for. Waiting for a reason. There's a pullback. Let's see. I guess if we look back here, so this is the first presented for value gap right here. And right where that trend line is, but we wicked into it twice and took off. So now we're down into the 21 EMA. We're gonna get a little bit of a shorter candle. I might consider taking a long here. That's going to be probably a 35, 40 point candle. No, it's not. 22 points. 22 points. This one's a little bit interesting because there was a divergence on the purple line, the purple stochastic down here. No divergence on the orange stochastic. So again, basically you have fast, slow, slower. It's interesting to see that divergence on that middle line there play out. Now we're down into the 21 EMA with showing some respect. Nice rejection there. I like that it's coming down first. So technically I only have 2 criteria met on this one, so hopefully I don't get punished for that. So I'm not gonna wait for scalp on this one. Going to trail the candle here. Just a little bit behind it. It's all right. Small losses are okay. And it was only a 2 out of 3. It was a B trade at best. But we'll see if we get a second test down here and it pulls back up. You know, my gut. See, and I do this every time. But notice how there's, you know, price is up and down in this area. And then down here, we invert lower. So there's a fair value gap. We do have rejection here at a line where we can get a bounce. But all it does is test back up into about the midpoint of that gap and then falls lower. So I think pretty sure I've said it before that taking a long into a singular fair value gap like that is lower probability. And all the way back down. Pointed out again, that is very interesting, this divergence. There's the higher high on the chart, and then here's the lower high if we look at that purple line, little stochastic. Boom, that played out beautifully. Those don't happen very often, divergences on that purple line, but in this case at least, it played out very, very nicely. Now we're back down to VWAP. You to get a cross of the 9 and the 21. Still just up and down inside the open range, so no direction yet. In fact, we could probably say that our channel has just widened, at least for the time being. If we just fall through here, I'll probably take those trend lines off. The inside bar. Test it below the inside bar. Use down here. All right, there's the bottom of the open range. Just wicked out of the top of it over here, barely, and then pulled right back in. Let's see what happens down here. This channel for now. See how this forms up and maybe redraw something. We're also at the overnight open, which is hard to even see in there with all the price action. It's just sitting at that overnight open level. Since what, 7:30? About? For a couple hours. All right, I gotta take a phone call here. I'll be right back. divergence. Trying to have VWAP, which is where we were at yesterday. Price is just going choppy, choppy, choppy. But this is a divergence, and bottom of the open range. A little late to the party, so I might wait just a second on this one. But well, I don't. Let's see. Let's evaluate. Let's evaluate. I just came to the chart. It looks like a divergence at the first look. Let's see. Stochastic is way down here when we're here. So it's starting to creep up as price continues to come down. I'm hearing an echo. And then, see, this low here generates a higher low here, but it is technically a higher low. So, I mean, this is still divergence-ish. But those wicks are, technically speaking, it's not perfect. There's definitely an echo. I don't know if it's coming through on the stream or not. Oh, there we go. I bumped on some kind of a monitoring function in OBS. Anyway, here we go. Coming off of the bottom of the open range, off of VWAP. All right, there it goes. So I wasn't here early enough to get into it, but that was a divergence. We are going up now. So let's look at what happened yesterday when we saw the same thing. See if we can learn from what's happened in the past. Yeah, see, we were at VWAP. We got divergences, but they never really went anywhere. We held lower. In this case, we are pushing back up. So the fact that we haven't kind of rejected straight back down this is much less sideways than it was yesterday. We're still inside this range, but it's a little more wavy. Trying to catch a wave. There are some waves here. Not the most exciting waves, but they are waves. All right, we're coming off the bottom of our lines, plus we're coming off of the overnight open. Still a VWAP though. Stochastic rocketed straight back up here into... I'm gonna go and give this a try. See if it fells lower here. We can get lucky. Looking at the rejection is basically this. You have a wick up here and then pulls all the way back down. So that's kind of the rejection I'm looking at. I don't know. It's at VWAP. This could be tricky. But if this is a double test, then coming back up here, we tested into this. Move it over here. We tested up into the fair value gap here. Up into this higher fair value gap on this candle. Let's see. Just need to pull down a little bit so I can start trailing candles, man. If we get any kind of resistance at the bottom of the open range at this point, though, I would just close this out because we've already been down here twice. So if it doesn't just fall through, it's probably going to bounce again. Let me give this kind of trailing this candle, but giving it a little bit of room in case we get just a little wick up there. Let's see. can get lucky. Come on, let's go. There's that resistance. It's just not really wanting to go. Yeah, this is the last chance here. Last chance. Tightening up the stop just a little bit more. Not looking to let this play out really, because we're sort of creating a little bit of a channel here, so it's got to sort of fail out of here. Otherwise we're short at the bottom of the channel, and it's not really where you want to be short. There you go. Come on, break lower. If it breaks the low of this candle, we're going break even. There it goes. Okay. So now this is where we need some follow through. Don't just come back and stop me out for break even, please. Come on. There we go. All right. So that was very clean. Made back our loss plus a little bit. So we'll take it. And again, that was a 1, 2, 3. We had price at an area of resistance. We have a rejection sort of signature in the candles, and we have an overbought stochastic. So 1, 2, 3. And even though it chopped around a little bit, I gave it a little more room than I would normally give it, just because price action has been choppy. That's just, you know, that's just what it is. You can see we took out this low and it's immediately respecting it. So we'll see if we get some follow through. But for now, there's definitely some respect there. So just wait and see for now. Now this is setting up a potential divergence, so let's keep an eye on this, guys. If it doesn't continue, if it doesn't just smash through this lower, which it could very well do, there is the possibility that we are divergencing here. This would also be a divergence on this middle purple line, which I said didn't happen very often, but if it happens here, then that would be twice in a day. Big wick on the bottom of that candle. 17-point candle. A little on the large side. There it goes. Man, look at that pop. All right, this could just fly back up here. We're also like 10 o'clock. It's that 10 to 10:30 area where we sometimes get reversals or get, you know, putting kind of a bottom or a top for the session. Yeah, it's definitely a divergence. I mean, clearly getting in down here would have, the divergence wasn't quite confirmed, but I mean, it was pretty big difference between where the stochastic is here and where it is here as price is coming lower. So that's kind of the signal. That's kind of the clue that might be worth it. Not sure what it's going to do from here, but that certainly played out. Yeah, I'll be right back. And we're back. All right, so I'm showing the this right here is updated now, so it shows the account I'm currently trading, the PA account. 50% on our profitable trades right now. One winner, one loser, but we're in the green. All right, so straight back down here again. It's probably setting up for some kind of just a dump. And there's another wick at the bottom. I'm going to try this one. See if we just get another little bounce up here. Not even be looking for too much. Up below the candle in case we just rock it down, which is entirely possible right here. That's not looking good. Where's the bounce? Come on, bouncy, bouncy. No bouncy, bouncy. group. Oh man, we're red again. I get too excited sometimes when I see those long rejection wicks. We're gonna try one more time. Gonna trail this current candle here. Bit of a type of stop. See if we can just. Get a little bit out of it. I'm gonna bell on that one just to be safe. Just to be safe. All right, we are to the green line after a very strong pull down here. Just walking this through. So we had a low, we have a lower low, and now we're pulling back up. So if we continue lower. I technically have my 3 confirmations. I got a green line, I got a rejection candle. Stochastic isn't confirmed yet, so I guess I have to wait, right? Let's wait. Now, if we're to get a test down to here and have it hold, then I might go long. Because we would have support, a demonstrated area of support, a rejection candle potentially, and then we would have stochastic confirmation for a long. See what happens here. Yeah, there's the long. Glad I didn't take a short there. 3 confluences kept me out of that one. All the higher time frames are looking a little bit bearish right now, but we're still, all of this is within basically the last hour from yesterday. So all of this is still consolidation until we kind of break out of that, which is what makes it tricky. It's also why I'm just taking quick scalps. Touch the 21. Was nice. Nice rejection from the 21. Pull back to the 21. A little bit of a reversal candle action there and drop down. All right, coming into the low of day, very slowly, but might pick up steam as we come closer to it. We'll see. Looking at a divergence here, which again, just like over here, is risky, right? It just continue lower, get stopped out, especially as it hesitates right here. Profit briefly. There it goes. Back into profit. Just hesitant to let any of these kind of go because, I mean, the market's just been choppy. Taking a counter trend trade, you know, the odds that you catch the bottom and doop, it just rockets up, you know, not usually in your favor. So little scalp there. I'm fine with that. That was based on the divergence. We had a low and we had a lower low on the chart. We had a low and a higher low on the stochastic. And after this candle formed up and didn't take out the bottom again, that's when I decided to give it a shot. So we got a few points off of that. Not a lot, but a little bit. Good enough for a little bit of a scalp. So the 1, 2, 3 on that trade, we were at a low. Now this isn't like a clear level right here, but we took out this low over here, right? So that's, I think we did. Okay, yeah, we did by a tick or two. So we were at this level of support. That's one. We were showing respect. Long wicks on the bottoms of the candles. That's two. And we had a stochastic divergence, which is 3. So 1, 2, 3, and a win. Those are my trades thus far. Not a great trading day, but they are green, so we've had worse. How many times? Yeah, this stop out kind of annoys me. How many times have I done that? You go back and look at straight. That probably happens like daily almost. And which means we're not learning from our mistakes. We need to learn from our mistakes. And the mistake on this one is don't go long into a singular fair value gap after a displacement lower like that. Wait for additional confirmation. So we got stopped out there, but you know, we had a winning trade here. Actually, a very nice winning trade here, which made up for it. And of course, we tried a long here, got stopped out. So we were just a little bit early. We tried it again, and I wicked up here. It's break even, maybe a little bit of a loss, it looks like, based on kind of slippage there. And then a win. And this win, you know, wasn't much. It was 74 to 81 and a quarter, so 5 points, 5.5 points. Back down we go. Continuing this kind of slow grind lower, which is kind of unusual. Usually coming down happens a lot faster than going up, and this is coming down pretty slow. Maybe I'll just leave the markers on. All right, here's kind of a double bottom. I'm gonna give this double bottom a try. We are still oversold. Did take out the low just a little bit, so We don't want to give it much room here. Should have stopped out of break even on this one already because we took out this high here. Yeah, I respected it, so it's choppy though. It's choppy. It's the game we chose to play. There we go. All right, we're just gonna take it there. These choppy markets, man, I don't like it. All right, I think I'm gonna switch over to the evaluation account now. So a little bit of a lackluster day in the pro account, but I didn't lose it, so that's a win. We still have the account. That is a win. I don't know, it's still kind of moving up from here. Definitely getting tight. That is for certain. All right, so let's see. What do I have here? So we're in an evaluation account, so we'll go a few extra contracts. Honestly, my trading hasn't been very good today, so if I get any kind of a win in this evaluation account, I might call it a day. No, I might have to keep watching throughout the day because it seems like afternoon time frames sometimes had some pretty good moves. If you look at yesterday, I mean, things slow down, but after we kind of took out this low here, right at 11 o'clock, that's when it started grinding higher, and a couple good opportunities to go long here that were fairly clear. Cross of the red line, first retest, that's usually a good one. Come up, retest VWAP, straight back up. But still, very, very choppy price action. I mean, it moves up, but you know, every candle has a wick. Every one. That's just makes it so tricky. So tricky. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna jump into this one probably late, but it's an evaluation account, so we're gonna try anyway. Huge divergence. Took out a bottom. Strong reaction. Evaluation account. If we pop up here, we'll get in a few more contracts. We can maximize this little move. If we do pop up in here, I would assume we take out the top of this wick here, which already tested into this fair value gap. Could just smash straight back down too. Anything's possible. And the last time we had a strong candle up. What over here? Got a little bit of a wick higher and then created a lower low. So might be in a bad place here. Inside bar. I'll tighten up the stop a little bit because if we get follow through from this inside bar, it's likely just to keep coming down. But if it wicks lower, then we could come back up. So protect ourselves in one direction and room for opportunity in the other. That's all we can do. There we go. All right, rocket up. It's time to go to the moon. Moon's a little further than that, buddy. Now is risky because our stop has to be here for due to the account balance, but that's not really a logical place for a stop. So for one more pop, if we hit one more pop, I'll probably just bail on this thing. I think it could. There we go. There's our pop. Is that our pop? There we go. That's horrible. So bad. So bad. Yeah, there it goes. That's okay. I'm gonna call it in that account. I don't need to make a ton. That's 900 bucks. A highly leveraged 900 bucks. So I did have my target at basically the top of this fair value gap, which also happens to be the top quarter mark of this candle. So that would have hit if I'd have just sat there for a second longer. But with how wicky this market is, I'm just not overly confident in anything. All right, well, I think I'm going to call that. We had some good trades today. Identified some good opportunities that I didn't take. I took some good opportunities, and then I also got in some spots where I just really had no business of being in there. So it is what it is. That's the trading day for today. Learned some lessons, ending green in all accounts. So we'll accept that as a victory for what it is and call it a day. So until tomorrow, trade safe, everybody. Don't get chopped up. Don't get chopped up. We'll talk to you tomorrow.